welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another cleaning video. In this week's video, I'm taking my first attempt at establishing a weekly cleaning routine for my bedroom here, but even outside of that weekly scope, there was actually a couple things that I had to take care of first. So the first thing was actually steam cleaning, some art spot steam cleaning, some spots that I had seen on the wall. I don't know if these spots were like food. Some of the stuff was like cobwebs. I didn't really get a good shot with my camera here. I actually completely cut off exactly what I was doing, but there were just some mystery stains on the wall. So I pulled out the steam cleaner and a rag and just went to work on getting those off first. This obviously will not be a part of my weekly cleaning routine, but it's something that I wanted to get done for this week and wanted to show you that it was part of my quote-unquote routine for this week's video. So here, get a little closer look. I am just shooting the wall with some steam water here and then going in with my rag and getting that off. Again, no idea what these spots were. There was also some stuff on the floor as well that was just a little more difficult to get up. So while I was there, I made sure to get that cleaned up. And over here to this other wall, again, this also works really well for getting off like scuffs, almost like pencil marks kind of on the wall. Just that and a little bit of elbow grease, and you got a nice natural way to get stuff off the wall. Of course, you have to be careful. Don't apply the steam for too long because the paint can come off. I've learned that lesson before. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I am going in with my weekly cleaning routine, which involves dusting all of these surfaces in the bedroom. And of course, I am just using my favorite method, all-purpose cleaner, and a clean rag, microfiber cloth to dust the surfaces here. I guess I found some more stuff on the wall because I'm blasting that with the steam cleaner again. Good thing I left it plugged in. So obviously this process involves taking everything off of the furniture and setting it down somewhere else so that then I can wipe it clean with the cleaner and cloth. I also have a very particular way of going around this room. I end with this dresser last because the paint is peeling off of it, and some bits of paint always come up on the rag after I clean it, so that's why I always go for it last. But then I'm going in on the mirrors in this room, and I think this might be the first time I'm using this window glass cleaner in a video of mine, and I think somebody commented about this spray glass cleaner before because I had complained about streaks on my mirrors after cleaning them with Windex. And let me tell you, this stuff works so much better than Windex, but I think I have to find the right cloth to work with it. And the bottle recommends a cotton cloth, and that seemed to work the best. And I've tried it a couple other times. Definitely don't use a microfiber cloth with it. That will leave like little particles on it. And paper towels seem to work okay, but if you've got a good cotton cloth to go with this spray cleaner, it really left like no streaks, and the mirrors pretty much stayed clean for over a week, and I just do them on a weekly basis. So, but usually they're due after a weekly basis. So it was interesting to use this cleaner and see it actually work. With that being said, we are now in the bathroom here and I'm giving it a weekly clean out. I usually wouldn't film my bathroom cleanouts in my last apartment because I think they're a little personal. And to be honest, they get pretty dirty and messy, and I don't really like to touch the camera and move it around if I don't have to because of all the chemicals and just, you know, kind of gross aspects of cleaning a bathroom that is getting on my hands. You get down and dirty in the bathroom, truly. But I do have a real-time clean with me of my bathroom on my channel if you are interested in seeing what this process looks like in real time But basically on a weekly basis, I make sure to always wipe down all surfaces in the bathroom. So that's going to be the sink, toilet, and then I also make sure to do the mirror as well, so that we can start off the week with a sparkling, fresh bathroom. Just using a Lysol cleaner for the sink here, nothing crazy. And then for the toilet, I am going to be using a bleach-based cleaner, and I also like to wipe the squatty potty. I mean, who knows what your feet have seen after sitting on that thing. And then this is the Clorox bleach-based cleaner that I spray all over the toilet. And then I also use paper towels to wipe this down. Now I know that might be controversial for some. I know some people do prefer to use cloths, but I do like to throw these away after, because I just feel cloths will never get as sanitary. And I also wait a while to do a bigger load of cloths. So the idea of having like the toilet cloths just sitting in a pile for potentially weeks and weeks before they actually get cleaned kind of grosses me out. So I just prefer to use a couple of paper towels, and then I get to throw them away after, so we don't have to worry about disinfecting or anything like that. I know some people also use Lysol wipes, and I just kind of go from top to bottom on the toilet. So starting like at the back and the handle, and then I go through like each portion of the seat, and then finally finish it off with a brush. Then I am going through my room with my Dyson V15 now, just making sure to give a good vacuum to all of the floors here. You know, after you dust around, get all that dust particles and paint particles from my dresser, everything all kind of falls to the floor. So I want to make sure that I am vacuuming that all up so we're not tracking it around the room throughout the week. Also going through the bathroom as well. It doesn't take much time to get through it with a cordless vacuum. That's why I honestly love this Dyson so much. You don't have to unplug it and move it around. It's so convenient for apartments, and honestly I would even think like bigger home living. And the final thing that we are doing today is finishing off with steam cleaning the floors. Now, I actually think you're not supposed to do this that often with laminated wood. I honestly have no idea what type of flooring is in this place, but I think it looks like laminated wood. And I think if you use this too many times, it can start to dissolve or disintegrate that laminate on top of the wood. So I want to make sure I'm not doing this every week, but I like to wipe my floors in some way every week. So I'll probably use my spin mop or the Swiffer if I want to kind of go through a quicker process. But for this week, I did bring out the steam mop. Now this works great on tiles, and I don't think there's any foreseeable problems in the future with using it on tiles. So I don't think there's an issue with me using it in the bathroom here, but I just want to be mindful of how many times I am using it on that wood floor. And that is it. Here are the final results of the bedroom. Everything so clean, so shiny, looking very fresh. Of course, there's still some more to do in this room after moving in recently. Definitely got to get some art up on these walls and maybe just like kind of clear out some of the clutter. I like the room to be as minimal and as calming as possible, especially because now I don't have my desk in the bedroom, which is great. It just feels like it's a bedroom now and not a bedroom/office. So that has been it for this week's cleaning video. I hope this weekly bedroom cleaning routine, as I kind of get into the swing of the routine here, gave you some motivation and inspiration to get some cleaning done of your own. If you enjoyed, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to see more from me on a weekly basis, and I will see you in the next one.